Hey there, everybody, and welcome to the channel, welcome to the show. We are live, and this is Has Tentacles, our weekly Call of Cthulhu 7th edition show and cast.
Yay!
Hi!
Hey!
Hi.
Guys, what's up? And, well, let's meet our new cast members, because we have two new faces here. Fuzzy's gonna be joining us in the next hour because she's spending some time with Fluffy. For those who don't know, Fluffy is her daughter. There we go. Okay, so DistractedElf, who the fuck are you and what are you doing here, my friend?
Well, who I am is a complex question, Chuky, but you guys will probably know me from Gems of Power. I'm a streamer. I do things with Chuky occasionally, and other times I do things on myself, my own.
On yourself? Okay, cool.
I do things on myself. But yeah, I'm gonna be playing my twin character with Brad. It's gonna be fun. Anything else I need to say? No, I think that's it. There's
Cool.
gonna be alcohol involved, so I'm
Good. Brad? Who are you?
I am Brad. What have I been on? I've done a pinball and I've done a Horde of the Dragon Queen. That's where you know me from if you recognize my face. Or you're one of mine. I'm a variety streamer, bit like Elf, just not as good. Everyone else just knows me as PewDiePie's friend. That's the other thing that I'm famous for.
PewDiePie's friend.
PewDiePie, that's that PewDiePie's friend right there. Yeah, that's about it. I'm the other twin. Have you ever played a twin elf before in anything, roleplay wise?
I actually have. I've done it. I've done it in various MMOs. Whenever I find somebody who is like a really good role player and we make friends, I'm like, we should make twin characters because that's badass, and that's what
That's
how we did it as well. I was
Pretty
like, let's be twins.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the meeting before we even decided the cast of the show, you guys were like, "We want to play together." Okay, we're twins. Done.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it was.
Do you mean after Elf didn't say anything for like 3 hours?
Oh yeah. That was, so because this is gonna be kind of the Q&A section, guys. So let me start explaining that a bit first. Our adventure ended with only George and Burke's character, whose name I forget, surviving. Gogan, yes, Gogan. So the two of us kind of went off. George is going to be continuing on this adventure. Gogan, I don't know what Gogan's doing. We'll figure it out later. And we'll meet our new adventurers here, our new investigators. But before we do that, we are going to do some Q&A. So for those who have been watching the show, if you have any questions for Joakim over on there, feel free to post them in chat. I'll read them out and we'll answer them. And we'll just randomly talk shit about the show and stuff about the show because there's questions that I want to ask Joakim. And I imagine there's questions that Poultry wants to ask Joakim.
I don't know, like, if it's gonna be spoiler stuff, no, he's not gonna tell us.
Oh, no, he's not going to tell spoilers, I know that. But, I mean, there are questions on my mind.
Why did you let me die?
Maybe your first question should be, where is Fuzzy? As well.
Oh.
Because Fuzzy's not here. Do you want to... Are we not... Okay, we're just going to leave it as a
No,
mystery.
he explained it.
No, I explained it, yeah.
Oh,
Fuzzy's gonna... Yeah,
stream?
Fuzzy's
Oh.
literally gonna be in on the second hour. So, kind of the whole schedule for the show, guys. We're gonna finish off Poultry's character. Just only a bits and pieces need to be done. Fuzzy still needs to create a character. We need to do some in-between actions for George, for that's my character, and get into the world, into the new world that Joakim will present to us. Well, it's still not the 1920s, but I don't know if the same location or not. Joakim will tell us more. But
During this time, Brad and I shall be baking.
yeah,
Yeah.
and in the last 2 hours we do role playing. We're meeting the characters, starting off the adventure, and so on. Okay, so as I said, any questions you guys have in chat, put them up, and if you have like a bracket with the name of the person you want to ask or something like that, feel free. So what we were doing before? I was talking about stuff that we did before we started the show.
I want to know if you can read this.
Yeah, that was my
Yes.
question as well. Can you read it?
No. What the fuck is that?
Why? Can you read it?
Because it's a language I do not understand.
Someone in
No.
chat, help. It looks like it says Cthulhu. That's close enough, right?
Yeah. Official Cthulhu drink.
Cthulhu vodka. Great.
Done. It looks like Pick and Canav's tap. So
Pick and Canaf that. Pick and Canaf that. So is that the official Call of Cthulhu drink? Pick and Canaf that.
Looks
Yeah.
like it.
Oh, wait, does that just say Russian standard?
Yeah,
Is that why
it's
it's called
underneath.
Russian
It
standard?
does
I don't know if
say,
it's-
Mark Supernote says it says
So-
Russian.
right underneath it says Russian standard. I think we should just Russian standard,
I didn't know if that was a translation though, or whether it's called like
right?
breath, Russian standard vodka.
Yeah, exactly. The Russian standard dragon's breath. It's got an eagle on it. What does that have to, and a fox or a wolf or something?
I don't know what that is.
Where's the bears?
Oh yeah, it's like a wolf and an eagle. So this is the stream today, everybody. Welcome
Yep.
to
Always anonymous.
an advertisement for Pikmin Cthulhu or whatever it's called.
That's what I'm drinking.
Oh,
Smirnoff
Smirnoff.
Ice.
That's good.
The old Smirnoff Ice. I haven't had one of them since I was 16.
Yeah. In the park.
Yeah.
This is all I can deal with alcohol-wise. Like anything else, and I'm just incapacitated. You guys don't want that, so.
I drink so much. It's weird. It's hard for me because I get drunk real hard. So when I get out, I usually spend a shit ton of money to get drunk. It's rare. I don't go out that much to get shit faced, but it
I'm
happens.
the absolute opposite. Tomorrow night, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna buy 2 drinks, and I'm gonna be good.
Yeah, that's where it doesn't happen for me. Like 2 drinks, whatever drinks you put in front of me, it's not gonna happen. I mean, I literally have an 80% alcohol, like straw Austrian, like the shit that Beethovens have in their, like underneath their neck.
Is it the rum?
Yeah,
Oh,
like I have that shit in my shelf
That's
right now.
really good.
It's well, you don't drink it as a. I drank it as a shot the first time I got it. I put it like this. I started sweating in the winter. That's how hot it is. It's supposed to drink it like with some sort of liquor or like fruit juice or something like that. Anyway, I have like this bottle for 3 years and it's still not. I've had so many friends over drinking for it. We still have not finished it.
You get scared of stuff after a while. Like I'm scared of black absinthe because every time I've drunk it, I've had a bad experience.
Black
There
absinthe.
was one time when it just basically knocked me out. It just put me down.
Yeah.
I've had like I was already like very drunk kind of, but it like I had like a shot of black absinthe and then I was just like that was it. I was like, well, I need to go over there like now, and then I was like,
You know what? I mean, I like this
and
conversation.
now I'm just scared of it now. Like
I like this conversation. Let's do some greatest drunken stories.
Greatest drunken
Okay,
story.
let's
Are
just
you
do that.
sure?
Yeah, let's just do that. Okay,
Open it
so
up,
Brad, you started up. Come on.
Oh my god.
Playing me.
I'm trying to think of like a PC one, to be honest, like one that is not going to lose me like followers, or like that time I murdered someone. Like I probably can't take.
Don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that one. I remember when we had some Dutch people over to stay. We did like a thing in school where we had this like Dutch exchange thing going on, and this is gross actually. But
It's a drunken story. It's supposed to be gross, friend.
they were like really obsessed with the fact that their drink was called Gold Strike and ours was called Gold Schlager, I think it was, right?
Yeah.
And it was like this interesting thing. So we went and bought just loads of it, right? And there was like about 10 of us, like 5 Dutch people, 5 English people, and everybody got really drunk. But the Dutch couldn't handle their liquor for some reason, which is weird. They're like, their drinking age is lower, it's 16. And we were all like 16. So we were like, why do you not know how to drink? We've been drinking since we were like 8. What's wrong with your country? They were like, yeah, because we legalized it and it's okay. And so it's not exciting. Anyway, everybody got really, really drunk. The time comes for like us to go home. And so me and like my Dutch person, Nick, leave and get in this cab. And literally as soon as he gets in the cab, he's sick. Cab driver's like, right, you need to get out and you need to pay me for like, it's like £80 or something. I was like, all right, no problem. I've definitely got that. I'm 16. Like, right. So like me and this Dutch kid ran. We just legged the worst thing about it is the cab driver just like walked into my friend's house where this party was and was like, whoever your friend is just ran away, pay me £80. So everyone just had to pay for this thing, right? Me and this Dutch kid were like, scot-free. we ran like all the way home basically. It wasn't that far from my house, but it was like far enough. And we get there. And I was like just out of it. My mum was like, "What are you doing? Why are you making so much noise?" And I was like, and then so she's like, "Oh, where's the Dutch kid?" And I was like, "Oh, I haven't seen him for a little while actually. Where is he?" And we go into the bathroom, right? And this is the gross bit. Prepare yourselves. We go into the bathroom. Okay, so there's a bath here. Here is a bath. Here is the toilet, right? And this is a menu. And he is sat here with his face here, and there's poo in the bath, and sick in the bath, right? and there's poop in the toilet and sick in the toilet, and then there's just spatterings everywhere, right? And me and my mum walked in and we're like, what the hell? There was so much of it everywhere, and we had to my mum had to like kind of clean him a bit and like pull his trousers up, and then I had to like carry him upstairs and put him in my bed. This smelly, like puke-covered, shit-covered Dutch kid, and I was so drunk as well that I like laid down and went to sleep. And the real kicker is the next day he woke up and he felt right as rain.
Yep.
And I didn't because I hadn't been sick.
Yep. Okay.
You couldn't remember it either. It was the worst.
Three things I either love or have to know. One, I love how you went, my Dutch person. Like you was come on, you. Two,
My Dutch person.
Was the poop / vom sparkly because the Goldschlager?
Yeah.
And three, I love the idea that he went into the toilet and was like, okay, oh no wait, turn around,
yeah. You know that's what he did. He did like this little thing, like a dog.
like a really ill dog.
That's a good comment as well. Game shied. My shit-covered Dutch kid. There's the name of the story.
Yeah.
That was one of the best.
I'm really sad because I have a story that's not even close to that funny. Like,
that's the most good. That's the most PC tame story I could think of.
Tame story. Okay, I want to give you a funny story about myself. So there's this place. We have the Black Sea. I have a lot of ports there, and a lot of these ports, one called Vamaveke, is known for the fact that people go there and camp on the beach, and basically that's the place you go with whatever you are dressed in, and that's it. You don't bring anything else because you're gonna get robbed and you're gonna wake up naked if you do that. So we just went there, a couple of friends, there were 15 of us, and I was about 17, I think, or 16, I don't even remember exactly. And one of my friends was 23, and he worked as a bartender. So when we went into this bar called the Red Goblin, the Green Goblin, and this guy just gathered some money from all of us and paid the bartender underneath, and he gave us this bottle of like luminescent absinthe. It was called Green Fairy. So I, as a kid, of course, all of the people there were older than me. I had to prove myself. So I started drinking. So I remember this, the fact that after about 5 shots, I blacked out. This was the story that was told to me. So, imagine this. The first thing is I wake up in the car going back home. This is how I wake up. I wake up like this. I have puke on my shirt. I do not have any pants on. I have my boxers. I have pink socks that were not mine. And nothing else. Nothing else. Everything else I lost. So the story that was told to me afterwards, they wanted to pull a prank on me, and they pulled the strings from my tent, and the tent collapsed on me, and then everybody hid. Everybody just went, just so I don't see them. They said I wandered off into like on the beach for about 15 minutes, and they just lost track of me. And I came back 3 hours later. No pants on me, pink socks. I can only imagine what happened.
Somewhere out there, there's a little Chucky running around like, "Mommy, when's Daddy coming?"
I don't know, but I hope he brings my pink socks back.
Yeah. he walked off into the sunset, son, a hero in his pink socks. I didn't even know his name.
And the funniest part is I still have them this summer there. I have these boxers with a squirrel holding up 2 nuts and saying "big nuts." Those were the boxes I had.
Wow.
Oh dear, right there.
Wow.
Chucky went into the void.
Cthulhu returned him with pink socks. Indeed.
So Elf,
Pants or pink socks.
what's your story?
Oh, I mean, my story is like a lot less fun than you guys, but basically, like, when I just started, this was like around the time I just started streaming, right? Like when I just started sort of like getting my stream together and trying to do things in a professional manner and so forth. And I was living with 2 people who are subscribers of mine now, but who were my roommates back then. We had some people over and we were just like having a party for no discernible reason. I don't remember what the reason was, other than that it was Friday or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of people in the apartment, and I have my little room in the apartment is this like tiny little room, like smaller than the room I'm in right now. That has like my bed, my computer, and like that's it. And you can hardly move in there, like it's just so tiny. I remember like I drank a whole bunch, and then I like got the idea that even in the middle of a party, it might be a good time for me to go and stream. Instead of like hanging out with people, like I should just go and stream, like, because I wanted to play Final Fantasy 14 at the time. Like that had just come out, like timeline wise, that's kind of where we're at. So I went into the other room and proceeded to make this character on Final Fantasy, just completely drunk, like streaming. And I woke up the next morning, basically, as far as I remember after that. And I went to be like, oh, I should play some Final Fantasy now. And there's this like level 11 character on my account that like, wasn't there before, that I'd never seen and I couldn't remember. So I have no idea what happened on that stream, and I don't know if anybody saved any of it. I never went back to watch it.
No, you can never do that to yourself.
You know what, like, that's what I remember of it.
Are there VODs of this? I want to watch it.
The thing was, it was a Lalafell, and I hate those. You know what I mean? Like, those kids, I just hate them. I don't know why I have one.
Because drunken mode, everything's fun.
That might have been part of it. Maybe you're like, I hate these. Let's make one. Let's watch it die.
Yeah. That was the reason right there.
So
I mean, as far as stories go, it's shitty, but that's like probably
it's
the
a
best one I
good
can
story.
remember.
It's a good story. Poultry, what's about you?
We went camping. Me and some friends went camping when we were just 18. So we were just allowed to, go and drive and drink and be away. And parents wouldn't be like, "Where are you going? No, tell me everything." We were just like allowed to do our own thing, kind of stuff. So we go camping up north of Scotland, and none of us know the area. No one else know where we are, or anything like that. We all just get absolutely hammered in the middle of a field. We all pitch our tents and we just start drinking. We get like a fire set up and we're all just having a good time. And then we decide, it's like the middle of the night and we're out in the middle of nowhere. We're all from the city. We should go out and should look at the stars and we should be part of nature and let's see what's around, guys. So we all go just wandering for probably half an hour, and we get fucking lost. So fucking lost. We end up in the middle of like a bunch of trees, like as far as we know, like a forest. We can't see anything. There's just like trunks and darkness, and we panic and we get so scared. We end up all like huddling together and just like holding each other for like 6 hours and trying to stay awake and stay alive, and we don't know what's going on or what's going to happen. We the light starts to come up as the sun rises, and we find that we're about 50 meters away from our tents. We were like 2-3 rows of trees away from the edge of the woods, and our tents were like right there. We could throw rocks at them. And we'd spent all night just like, oh god, I don't want to die in the middle. What if there are animals? It's short, but that's one of my favorites.
Awesome. And I mean, we can't really finish this without Joakim.
True.
I'm usually a pretty boring drunk though, but I might have one story. Well,
This one time I read a book.
That's the whole
If we're
story.
drunk, we read it.
No, but me and some friends were on Ireland on vacation, and we were at this hostel, and we had put up a sign on the door saying like, knock 3 times if you want to party or something like that. And then some guys from America came over and knocked on the door. And of course, it was when I was young and dumb, and of course I wanted to prove myself by drinking alcohol. So the last thing I remember was grabbing this bottle of Jameson and just chugging. So I don't remember anything from that, but what I've heard, I licked a Norwegian guy in the ear, apparently scarred for life. I puked on a 700-year-old church, and I followed a South Korean guy around and wanted to talk about StarCraft. Yep.
Oh man, that is the sucky thing about being drunk is you don't remember half of these stories.
Yeah.
You got like people like share your drunk stories. It's like, well, I would love to. I'm sure I've done some first.
Secondhand, I was told I was hilarious.
Yeah, like,
I would give.
This is what apparently happened.
I would give a finger to know what happened to me in that night, because I'm still wondering.
I'd trade one to find out what happened to you on that night as well.
I'll take your finger.
Can you grant
I won't provide
Make
you.
something up, he won't know.
Okay, so Joakim, a couple of things I wanted to ask you. This concerning George. Have we done? I don't think we've done advancement rules for him.
No, we haven't. Want to do it right now, or should we do it later?
I mean, we only have about 20 minutes left in the section, so I mean, if we can do that now, and maybe you can. I don't know. I mean, I'm basically just waiting for Fuzzy to show up so we can start Poultree's and Fuzzy's characters, finish that off, and jump into the campaign.
Yep.
God, some people are so unprepared. Me and Brad have had characters for weeks.
We're super
Weeks.
prepared.
I just died, okay? Let me mourn.
Gotta make a character immediately after that one, guys. It's
I actually did. I started making a character like right away and then was like, okay, I need time to like, live. And I'll come back and worry about this.
I need time to grieve.
I have to move on. I missed
So Joakim, I have a couple of things sticked here. What do I do with them?
So you will roll each skill you have ticked, and if you roll above your value, you get to increase them.
Okay, so first is Charm.
Yep.
It's not okay. I rolled beneath, so I'm unticking it.
Yep.
Second is Firearms. Unlikely to roll above it. Listen. Ooh. So how much do I get to increase it by?
I think it's 1d10. Let me check.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's a good skill. Listen is a good skill.
Yep. Yeah, it's 1d10.
There we go. Let's roll that 1d10.
1.
Wow.
Oh!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 70 lesson.
I feel like there's a roll 20 I'm not in that I should be in.
You should be in, yes. Brad, can you supply the link?
You're here though. I see.
Well, you have been logged into this
Yeah.
campaign since we created the characters. Every time.
That's
I will go
impossible.
there.
wait,
That's impossible. I don't have the window open.
Ivy Greenwald has been in this campaign
Yep.
every single session.
Yeah, yeah.
I've logged on in the
Since we
middle of the night.
created the
I've been reading.
characters.
I was like, damn,
Do that. Yeah.
dedication.
That makes no sense, like at all.
Okay, so
Somebody send me the link. That would be
There's
great.
one in the Zoom chat.
Is there?
I want to see if a
Screw
second.
D&D just told me more drunk stories. That's no Q&A. If you have Q&As, if you have questions, guys, ask. This is the Q&A section the first time, but I'm not seeing any questions, so I'm just dropping and doing this. So
I could talk a
10
bit
shillings.
about how I'm planning to structure the campaign and so on.
definitely.
Actually,
I have 2 more things that I want to do, and
Yeah.
there's actually a question that I want to ask you. So spot hidden is next.
Yep.
I failed that, and stealth.
Yep.
Unlikely. Unlikely.
Yep.
Now, another thing I wanted to ask you, I did the use money spending. Does credit rating is a skill that I can increase, or does it just stay there like that?
You could like increase it if you gained a lot of money somehow, or increase your income, but it's more fiction based than anything else.
Okay. So, third question: can I roll luck? Because I didn't do it at the end of the
Oh
last
yeah,
one.
yeah. Go ahead and roll. It's
There we go.
it's very unlikely that you don't get to increase.
It's very unlikely, but you know me.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I finally have some luck, guys. Finally have some fucking luck. I have 12 now. Cool. We cool. Now, my sanity. Because I have psychoanalysis, and I'm spending... do I get to... I only have 4 points
You
lost.
can help others with psychoanalysis.
But I can't do it on my own.
I don't think you can do it on your own. There are ways to like use.
Get wrecked.
There are a lot of different ways to regain sanity. There's private care, that's pretty expensive. You can be institutionalized, which is free and not as good. You can receive help from another player or a doctor.
Well, I mean, I only have 4 points lost. I kind of don't feel like George would be too worried about that.
You can go above your starting value. Just saying.
Oh, then I would be yes. George would be interested.
And you can do what's called self-help, where you spend time with a background element. Like
yeah, definitely doing that. Definitely doing the self-help. So how does that work? I'm spending time in my hideout.
So it works. You will roll sanity, and if you succeed, you will gain 1d6 sanity.
Succeed, you mean by roll beneath or above?
Beneath.
Okay, and if I fail, what
it's
happens?
only with advancement that you want to roll over, and with
Okay, then rolling sanity now.
If you lose, if you fail, you lose 1 sanity, and you change the background element that you spend time.
So I lose my revolver then.
You change it. It's not.
I don't want to change it. I like it.
So I just had a minor heart attack because I was like, "Where's my character sheet?" And I went looking through all my files to try and find it, and then I realized it's in Roll20. It was one of those moments where you're like, "Where are my glasses?" and you're wearing them.
Hey, Cram Taco's in chat. Hey, Cram Taco.
He is.
So, and if you use your key connection, like your main thing, you get a bonus die to the roll. And I think there's some way you can actually lose your background elements completely if you fail.
Can I just get institutionalized for 3 days?
Well, this will be like a month later.
Can I get institutionalized for a week? I actually think that would be safe for him, as in not meeting that guy that most likely is now looking for me. Because I burst into his place and tried to shoot him in the face. and shot him in the face twice and wrecked his laboratory.
Don't worry, I'll bring muffins. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, muffins. Oh, muffins. Yeah,
so is that a thing? Can I get institutionalized?
Yeah, I'm gonna see how long you need to be there.
Cool, you.
There's no problem in the world that can't be solved by muffins.
100% agree with that statement for no reason whatsoever. Sorry, did I say statement? I meant ideology. Excuse me, I have hay fever. There's some stuff in my throat.
Stuff, eh?
Some stuff. Hey.
Let's see here. I was gonna read this thing fast.
A pearl and shining shell.
Well, he already had knight in shining armor.
Yeah.
I have a question for the Q&A. Why is my picture of Randall Greenwald a big green square with squares on it?
Huh?
Of Roll20.
Because you didn't get.
What do you mean?
picture.
I don't get it.
Because there isn't a. Because that's your roll 20.
Oh yeah, that's the default. That's the default avatars for Roll20 are the
I have
boxes.
a Roll20 picture on my Roll20 account.
Yeah,
This
but
is
that's you said it.
What? This is madness. I want to
It's on the
a
dev
bacon.
server, so it's a different server.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, it's
how do
also
I
a
change
different
it on
server.
this server then.
You just go on a profile on the server. It's like this. The dev part of Roll20 is simply just another or is it like another website in itself.
See, we're all learning today. How to learn Roll20 with your host, Chuky.
Carol Fuzzy is joining us in about 15 minutes.
I think you have to be there for like the entire month to actually gain something out of it.
They're cool. I mean, I don't have anything else I want to do.
Yeah. So you basically hide there and get treatments.
How long are we waiting? How long is like happening between adventures? What was the...
month.
About a month will be between adventures, and
Okay.
like everything you do in the world and the adventures you go on, they will have consequences in the world. So because you failed the last adventures pretty hard, it will haunt you in the future.
I did exactly what I was trying to do.
Because you
I
nailed the
agreed.
last adventures.
I just didn't have my team to back me up. I was good. I did my part, and then died for it.
Yeah.
Rip.
I did everything I was supposed to, and then I died.
Right?
Well, besides taking drugs from cultists.
Yeah, don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah.
Hey, I was trying to learn new things. What were you doing, shoot mans?
Well,
When
stuff happened.
Wow.
So when you're institutionalized, you roll a 1d100, and on a 1 to 50, you restore 1d3 sanity. 51 to 95, nothing. 96 to 100, you lose 1d6 sanity. So if you fumble, you actually lose sanity.
God, fucking! You're really putting like a choice in front of me. Do I roll sanity because I have like a 50-50 chance? I have a better chance of gaining some sanity this way. Fuck.
Or you just if you spend time with your like.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna spend time. I have a better chance to that.
Feedbacks.
So the revolver, which is
your
my main thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I get a bonus die for that.
Seems like it. Yeah.
Oh, so I'm going it. Come on, come on. Yes! Ooh! Yes! Oh yeah. Got it. Made it.
1d6 sanity.
4, baby. Come on, 4.
So you spend
Slow
time
clap of disdain.
like exactly what are you doing like when you're spending time with
I'm just in the hideout, kind of just thinking about what happened, like looking at the revolver. Every sound that seems out of the ordinary, I'm like, just spending time, just thinking about better memories, just projecting myself in a better place.
On a beach.
Yeah, on a beach.
Pink
Without tentacles.
On a beach with pink socks.
Come full circle.
Yeah. That one night that George spent with a young Romanian boy. this really weird meta thing that happened.
It was George started actually the remaining kid time traveled to the 1920s back.
Yeah.
That's why George has that finger on a necklace.
Oh, what?
Took the finger to find out.
God damn it. Okay, so I think that's done with George. I can just spend time around. We have about 10 minutes off until Fuzzy joins us. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I mean, I'm just thinking about all the things that you guys did last season, so to speak, and how if I got my hands on cultist drugs, I could make some pretty sick-ass muffins.
Yeah.
Oh,
shit, yeah!
That would be cool.
100%.
Okay, so one question I have for you, Joakim. Could we have gotten the knife back? Was it even possible? Like, was there any way to get the knife back? Because, and secondly, the second question is, was the knife vital to the plot?
Because you got the clues in the wrong order, you actually got very confused about the knife. Like, you thought that the knife had something to do
and the knife killed
the
the guy in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was to make that a really easy fight. Yeah.
You could have one-shot him with that knife. But the fight was easy anyway because I rolled like shit.
Yeah. That was so bad. Everyone just missing everything the whole time. We had like 4 misses in a row.
Yeah.
That was a terrible, terrible fight.
I've had that situation happening a lot recently. I hit him. He tries to dodge. He dodges. I hit you. I try to dodge. I dodge.
It happened on Gems as well with your trolls. He tries to hit you, he fails. He tries to hit you, he fails. He hits you, minimal damage. He hits you, critical hit, minimal damage.
I had such shitty rolls during that fucking encounter, I swear.
Yeah, that was dumb.
And the one critical I got was like really, really awesome, and then I rolled shitty damage. So like I got a critical, but then the damage was crap.
You got like 19.
Yeah, 19 on a 48.
You know what? Before we go do anything else, then let's introduce Brad and Elf's character. What do you think, Joakim?
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that.
In 10 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, we can do that in the last 10 minutes, and then just jump into break. So, Elf and Brad, I mean, guess you guys are twins. How do you want to do it?
How do we want to introduce ourselves, Brad? Are we going to finish each other's
sentences? Oh, I'm really annoyed. I had the perfect opportunity to say anything there.
Yeah.
You said the real thing.
I thought you were going to say like sandwiches.
Sandwiches, yeah. Muffins.
Yeah. Muffins. Finish each other's bakery. Our characters are twins, right? How old are we? 26.
Yeah.
Why do we do that? It's because that's the exact middle between our
between you
ages.
and me, yeah.
Yeah, our real world ages. My name is Randall Greenwald.
And my character's name is Ivy Greenwald.
Pretty much. We're just like, I think I rolled really intelligent.
Yeah, you're really smart. I remember your character's like super smart.
I hated the
really
fact
smart,
because I watched that on your character creation. I literally hated you because you had such good stats and you were making a baker. I was like,
yeah. So my intelligence is 90.
So basically the thing with me and Brad was we decided we wanted to make twin characters, Ivy and Randall. And we thought, what would be the most useless possible profession, you know?
That was it, yeah.
Or, like, what would just be totally, absolutely worthless? And it's like, well, baking, because that takes a really long time to do anything with, and
doesn't particularly give you anything.
Doesn't really give you any benefits
against anything.
Like we're not mafia. We're not like bakers who are another thing.
We're not even chefs who are going to be good with knives. We're bakers.
No, we're we can oven stuff like pretty.
We can oven stuff.
Oven stuff. Bakery term.
I mean, you never know. You never know. Something might need to be ovened to death, and the clues might take us there, and we might be heroes of the day.
Maybe we'll have to save someone from an oven, and you'll know the exact settings to
try an oven.
That's true.
Yeah.
We have.
We're like, put it on fan assisted. Trust me.
the oven of doom.
Don't turn it all the way off or it'll collapse.
The Baker twins and the oven of doom.
We also have our own bakery run by our father. Yes,
yeah.
who owns it. and this bakery is called Need for Speed.
Need for Speed with a
With
K-N-E-A-D.
a K-N-E-A-D, of course. Need for Speed.
Get it? You're like needing. All right, we're out. Never mind.
When I saw the name, I thought it was going to be to do with like you're going to be like you're going to have like a drug thing in the back. So you're going to be bakers who also did drug stuff. I was like, oh, that's clever. And they're like, no, it's not.
It's
So I was
not.
like,
It's only called Need for Speed because we also have a delivery truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually one of the best thing I think we actually have is our delivery truck because it's me. Like when we were making the characters, we were like, Joakim, how much stuff can we fit in it? He was like, whatever you want, and we were like, everything we need is in there. We're like, that thing is just full of guns and like medical equipment and stuff.
There's an asylum in there.
We don't have any guns. No.
But I remember putting a med kit in there.
Now I'll ask you something. I do still have the Ford, don't I?
Huh?
I still have the Ford.
The Ford, the T Ford.
Yeah, the T Ford.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that's Clarence's.
Yeah, I still have the T Ford.
Yep. Yeah.
I think the thing is like both of us are pretty good drivers. Brad's character is really smart and has like some kind of academic thing you can do, and my character is like mechanical, like she can like fix things. Like, does the repairs on the delivery truck. So.
I'm like pretty big as well, I think.
Yeah, your character's like pretty large.
My size is 75.
Wow.
So he's a little bit like he's
so is mine. My size is also 75.
What?
We're twins.
OP stats.
Fair.
Poultry, OP stats, and they used it for bakers. Don't you want to shoot him?
OP though, because my dude has a stat. I can't remember what it was. It was something to do with sanity, I think.
Well, I also have a strength of 35, so you know.
One of my stats, like I'm good in like physical things, like intimidation and brawling and stuff, but I'm not good in other. Like I think my sanity is already almost gone. It's something like I can't remember what it was. Was it a 40 sanity? Is that what it was, Joakim? That was made my character quite. I know he has a serious weakness to something.
Let me check.
I like how we have a written skill in our investigator skills, baking.
Yeah.
And mine's at 75, so I mean.
Yeah.
Mine's
sanity. It isn't too bad, but.
Yeah, but like I'm gonna be scared quite easily unless it's like.
According to my gear and possessions, I have a bread knife, I have baker's clothes, a hairnet, baking equipment, toolbox, and crowbar in the van.
You have a crowbar? I don't have the crowbar.
It's in the van. The crowbar's
a crowbar in there.
You know what the weirdest thing is? The thing that I'm imagining is how the fuck would a gun nut like George team up with bakers?
I have a gun.
Get to that.
Well,
do I have a gun?
We have to find that out.
Yeah. Okay, firstly, the thing I'm going to put in chat just now, that is exactly how I imagine Brad's character. It's Metal Alchemist.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly
when we did the character creation, I was like, that's him, that guy. I even looked it up.
That guy's fucking OP. Come on, he went face to face.
That guy's a badass.
Yeah. That is basically me, yeah.
He went face to face with the homunculi.
Yeah. He's a bit like psychological, so like he's got like his treasured possession. Can I say that, or are we saving all this stuff? I don't know what's secret and what's not.
Nothing is secret.
Like my treasured possession, one of the only things I have is a Freudian book, like a book of Freud's work. Like he's like well into like psychology because he's really intelligent, but like father wouldn't let me go to university was the story, right? We've got like a really over-imposing father.
Yeah.
And so I had to stay with the family business, even though I kind of probably could have gone on to do something else.
My character's treasured item is her mother's apron.
Oh yeah, I mean let's just put it this way: one of our meaningful locations is Grave of Mother.
Yeah.
So the story is going to revolve a bit around you two.
Oh, that's awesome!
All right, we'll shut up about stuff like that.
Will father and mother have names, or should I just call them father and mother?
If you want to call them father, well, maybe.
Father and mother sound so creepy. I think that's better.
I mean, we would only refer to them as like father and mother. Right?
Yeah, I suppose if the other characters meet them in some way, they're going to need a name.
Yeah,
Mr. Greenwald.
Yeah, just Papa Greenwald.
Mr. Greenwald.
When we did the names, we were like, what are the most sort of standard kind of looking names?
Mother and father.
Well, yeah, we could like He could be like super rude to us if we ask his name. He'd just be like, Mister. We're like, oh.
Oh, that is your actual name.
It
Okay.
could be Mister.
It's Mr. Greenwald.
Okay, so do we wanna go to a break now? And grab in Fuzzy? Okay, so let's go to a small break now, 3-5 minutes, guys, and we'll have Fuzzy with us when we come back. And we'll do some character creation and afterwards jump into the session.
We'll be back.
We'll be back. Oh, will we?